This looks like a good hand. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna draw, definitely a keep. Also I'm gonna play, but probably better on a draw. Might be blue-white control. That would be good for us. Looks like it. He could play a Geist next turn, so I'm going for a blue source here. And we probably don't want to play an engine next turn anyway. Okay, it's Grixis. No, never mind. Esper. Might be playing Mentor as a win condition. Might be playing Esper Charm, which is really strong. It's probably the strongest 3 mana instant draw spell. Yeah, draw 2 cards. So we could do 2 things here. We could condescend this for 1, which is reasonable, or we could use this, since he's tapped out, to Thirst for Knowledge. Question is, what do we want more? Do we want to draw cards rather than him drawing cards, or do we want to deny him drawing cards? I think we go for our own first. You definitely want to do one of these two. Because I think whatever he's gonna draw is not gonna be as amazing as what we can draw. If we draw Tron, we probably have a very good chance to win this game. Actually gonna throw away Wonka Engine. Never mind, that was horrible. I forgot that it was my own turn. I should have thrown away 2 islands. I'm gonna drop an island here. Yeah, since I was at 8, I should have just discarded 2 islands, that would have been way better. Oh, I don't really care about the flashback. He could have a Snapcaster Esper Charm, which is really strong too. He drew a lot of cards. We were on the draw and he drew more cards than we did. If he shocks himself, he probably has Snapcaster. I don't know what else it could be. I guess it could be like a Better Skull. Sadly, we don't have a real play here. He throws away Condemn. Makes a lot of sense. So, he plays... He shocks himself, but he doesn't play anything. That's so weird. Ghost Core is interesting. Oh, Snapcaster first. I mean, he probably has a remount for first. But I think we have to go for it because there's just a non-zero chance that it works, and we don't want to be doing nothing the whole time. And the Snapcaster resolved, so we have beats, which is important. Yeah, there's the remount. I can play my Ghost Quarter and Ghost Quarter his Ghost Quarter, but to be honest, I don't really care that much. I'm thinking about tapping out for the Staff of Nin. Hmm. Actually, no. I think Repeal is a dead card here, so what I plan to either condescend something or repeal my Snapcaster at the end of the turn just to draw an extra card. I think if we resolve Staff of Nin, we probably win the game. So I don't want to. I want to try to get to a point where he's tapped out. So I'm gonna try to keep the Condescend for a spell that really matters, like a win condition maybe, and try to counter that, and hopefully then he will tap out to counter our Condescend. Even though he gets a win condition, we probably don't care that much about win condition. And if he doesn't do anything to his Snapcaster, it's a really good play, I think. Yeah, we're just up so much value. We get the Snapcaster back, which is a spell. We cycle the Repeal, which is useless, and he throws away Supreme Verdict. So let me see if I play the Mine here. We have 6, 9, 12 mana, which would be Staff of Nin plus Condescend for 5, which looks really interesting. We could play Tower and then next turn play Mine. Just play a little bit more slowly. Have even more mana, but I think I want to go for it. I'm not going for Eugene just because if he has a 2 mana counter, I cannot interact. But if he has a 2 mana counter, we can Condescend for exactly enough. The real problem here is if he has two 2 mana counters or a Cryptic and a 2 mana counter. Leads with a Cryptic. That's really good for us. Well, now we know he has a Cryptic. If he costs a 2 mana counter now, we know he has a Cryptic. Back up. Never mind. I mean, we gotta try this. Could work. But it's okay, I think, if he has another 2 mana counter here. We had to go for it. You still have Eugene. Wow. Well, he could still have one. I mean, he's gonna Ghost Court of a Mine, so I want the Expedition map. This is huge. If he Ghost Quarters, I think I'm not gonna search. Oh, he took the tower. I didn't even think about that. I should have searched. That's not a big deal. The Expedition map is still a great draw because we can get back the Academy Ruins. Or if he draws another Ghost Quarter. But I shouldn't have just clicked no search. I mean, he doesn't know we have a second tower. I was just like 100% sure he was gonna choose the mine. But how would he know that? Same situation as before, only just concedes. Sadly, we didn't get to see his win condition. I like Dismember against his Colonnades. Actually, a single Chalice might be okay. Negate seems good. Justice Cap is interesting. Repeal's not very good. So I have him on playing maybe Restoration Angel, maybe Vendilion Click, definitely Colonnade, maybe Batterskull, maybe Planeswalker, maybe Monastery Mentor actually, but unlikely. So Dismember is good against a lot of these cards. And Repeal is bad against these cards. You don't want to repeal Restoration Angel or Snapcaster Mage, so. But you want to keep in some repeal for Stony Silence. And I usually keep in one Cyclonic Rift, one repeal. I'm just trying to figure out what else I want to board out. I definitely like playing one Womka engine, not two, because of Path. And I mean, he seems to be playing Condemn rather than Path. Maybe he plays both actually. Let's see what Condemned actually does. I think it's second from the top. Bottom of its owner's library. Okay, that's not that bad. We can get it back, that's the thing. I wanted it was Esper. How about Spellburst? Spellburst doesn't seem that great. We could also just throw away this Chalice, but I think a Chalice on one might actually be a good idea. Chalice on one. Well, only against Path though. I'm still gonna try it. I probably shouldn't be playing. Yeah, the cap is interesting just to get the information, but I don't really think the cap has enough impact. No blue source. I would really like this hand if one of these was a blue source because we had a negate, anticipate into first. We would have a great curve and we have great spells. I guess this is not horrible. Yeah, his win cons might be White Sun Zenith. That would be okay. White Sun Zenith is not that good, to be honest. First of all, he needs to kind of tap out for it to be good, and then we just counter it. And uh, secondly, a bunch of like 2/2s are not a big deal for us. We can lifelink, outgain them. I could have maybe remounted that just to cycle remount, but no, it's not that good. The thing is though, we probably don't want to remount the flashback. I mean, it's a lot of value, but yeah, we have to do it. It's just so much value. He's down one card. Oh, he's not. I'm stupid. He's not flashing back. I thought he was flashing back the other one. Hey, but I was wondering why did it only cost 2 mana, but he's casting one out of his hand. And now we're getting blown out by Spell Snare or Spell Pierce. Yeah. Oh, that was stupid anyway. He shouldn't have actually used the Spell Snare there. I think it ended up being okay for us because he misplayed. He should just let that resolve because remanding a 2 mana spell that you get back into your hand is horrible. Remanding a flashback is value, but using a Spell Snare there, we tried to remand for a Spell Snare. That's actually a good trade for us. But it was still a huge misplay on my part. I think if he flashbacks, I'm actually not gonna remand. I think I want to first. It's only good. It's only bad if he has a Spell Pierce or a Dispel, which apparently he does. Wow. Got a little bit lucky there with a land draw. If we miss a land drop here, it's huge because we don't have enough to Snapcaster first. How many more? How many more 1 mana counters is he gonna have? uh, 3 1 mana counters so far. I wanted to Snapcaster first, of course, because he was almost tapped out. I really don't want to play with the Caverns. I don't like remounting my own snap there. I don't like remounting my own snap there. How's Sphinx Revelation? Definitely have to use this opportunity first. Because he draws a card off of Think Twice. And we are not doing anything that turn with a Snapcaster. And next turn, if we Snapcaster first, we probably we run into a remount or something. Snapcaster doesn't seem that great there. Well, it has to be mine. I'm just trying to think how we can win this. If he has any threat. We could go for better Scar. Remounting the Snapcaster is not horrible, but I just didn't like it. I liked my line of play better. It's definitely possible to remount the Snapcaster. If we go for better Scar, we have 2 mana open. The thing is, if we don't go for that, we're effectively doing nothing. The thing is, he most likely has a counter. Wow, he didn't. Probably has a cryptic bounce then on the germ token. But I think we have to go for it, because if we just pass here, he can play draw spells and we can't. Okay. No. He had 3 1-mana counters. That's the only reason he's ahead here. And we kind of ran into that because I misplayed my Remount. If I don't misplay the Remount there, we should be doing fine. The thing is, we're not drawing the gas. He drew a lot of cards with Sphinx Revelation and both the Think Twice. And our First for Knowledge, we resolved the one First for Knowledge, right? No, never mind. He dispelled this First for Knowledge and we didn't get to draw a lot of cards. And we just drew a bunch of lands. Well, we need to draw some gas of our own. Thing is, now I'm gonna put an expedition map to the top, so that's another non-gas card, I guess. But as I said, he has 3 1-mana counters in his starting hand, or at least in the first 10 cards or so, and that was huge. Yeah, I actually think we don't want to get this back on top all the time. So, how do we possibly win this? Can we win if we just put Batterskull on top and play Batterskull every turn? I mean, Batterskull is better than a random draw, but I'm not sure if it's good enough to win. I think if we want to win, we need to draw like a thirst into counter spells. We need to draw counter spells in first. I'm scared of when I put this Batterskull on top every time and play it, that he's every time just gonna cryptic, counter draw, and get ahead. Well, now we're getting some value here. Okay, this might actually be the turn. It has some impact. I'm going for Batterskull because he might have Path. I think I want to hide this. Yeah, he should not have tapped out there. I mean, maybe he had a 2-mana counter, that's the thing. Maybe he had a Remount, and then it would have been fine if we didn't have a Dismember. I'm not gonna put anything on the top now because I really want to draw a counter spell. This is not horrible. I should have attacked first though, because now you can counter a bounce. He's probably as tapped out as he's ever gonna be, and we're good against Mana Leak. Oh, it's Remont. I don't play Crucible now. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put Wonka Engine on top of our library. If he chooses the better scar, we draw an engine, play engine. If he doesn't, we play better scar. Yeah, this was. I mean, he could have a path, but this was the best play, I think. This is way better draw than a random draw at this point, since he's tapped out. Only because he's tapped out. If he, for some reason, if he still had all his mana, I would not have done this. Then I would have at least liked another first knowledge, or I don't know, a fabricate more. And well, he knows our hand now, so we might as well tap out. Well, first of all, he needs a path, which he does have. That was still the right play, though. Yeah. You keep you keep complaining about Wonka Engine eating path every single time it happens. It doesn't change that it's the right play. This is good that he uses this, because this is a blank we don't care about unless we draw first. And this is a pretty good card against us. But he has lethal here. Because it's so funny. Okay. Sideboarding seems okay. Charizard one seems actually kind of strong. There's Dispel, Spell Snare, Path, Duress, Condemn maybe even. There's a lot of things. He has Disenchant against it though. No, Chelseam 2. Chelseam 2 is not horrible. I think I definitely want another Chalice. I think I throw out a repeal. I was thinking about playing with Esper, but how important is it going to be that we have 4 mana on turn 4? Probably not very important. And if we draw another island, it could mean that we get to Tron. I don't think that it's likely that we're going to have to Condescend here. So I think it's very unlikely he's going to tap out for 2 mana here. Stony Silence maybe, but at this point we wouldn't even care about Stony Silence. Double Force is really good because one of them is going to resolve. That's the thing. If he taps out here, I'm probably firsting. If he taps out for Think Twice or something. Actually, I might have even, after he didn't shock himself, it might have been the right play to do it. Yeah, I was running 2 Dismembers main for a while. That's quite alright. I want to give this a try if he has another Dispel. Whatever. Okay. The casual double Dispel. If we had drawn a Chalzon 2, a Chalzon 1 on turn 2, we would have just won this game, but apparently well, wow. It's a little bit late now, but I guess we still do it just so that he can disenchant it or counter it. I mean, without these Dispel Duress, there's no way he wins this, but he draws his sideboard cards and we don't. I'm not gonna tap out against him. And it's doing way more on 1 than it does on 2. Putting it on 2 is 100% a mistake. The second one you can put on 2, but you don't put the first one on 2 because then you can't play it on 1 anymore. This is horrible. If he makes us discard, we have to throw away stuff and then Wonka engine. Mindstar wouldn't have been good there. Since we have a Chalice on one, Wonka engine is pretty good if we can resolve it. I need to first. Let's see what's gonna happen if I first. He should Esper Charm in response. Or he should counter this. One of these. Definitely an artifact. One of the 6-man artifacts. One of these two. I guess we pass. Well, actually, he's gonna use his guy. No, yeah, I'm gonna pass. I'm not gonna fabricate into Chalice here. He got a dispel. I mean, we know he has the dispel, but maybe he doesn't have another counter. I kept this Better Skull because if we draw a land, which we did, we would have a remand. But I mean, he got the dispel, which wasn't that unlikely. I mean, two lands. I guess it's more likely that that doesn't happen. So I think I have to remount here, but he's just gonna dispel. But we have to get rid of a dispel basically. Oh, dispel is countered by Chalice. You are correct. I probably should have remounted the Cryptic then. I forgot about the Chalice. Yeah, I should definitely have remounted the Cryptic. Well, he can. No, actually, it's fine this way. Because if we remount the Cryptic, we are tapped out, and he can bounce the Germ or bounce the Chalice. I don't know. I should probably kept one remount actually, but we really need these. Not Cryptic. It's Negate or Esper Charm. I don't think him drawing cards is that important here. And discard is going to be pretty bad because we outdraw him. If he attacks, I think I'm actually blocking and pinging him. Did he just drew his Ghost Quarter? He should definitely use the Ghost Quarter here. I guess he could have a Vendanian Click. Oh boy. Let's try to bait him. Please block. Come on. I don't know if I want to play the tower here. I guess it's more value to hang on to the tower. Yeah, if he's smart, he kills my ruins, but I'm not assuming that he is smart. His Tazigor and my stuff and then kind of do the same thing. I think I want to use this opportunity to do something. And that's gonna be Snapcaster first. Since I gave him a negate, I want to cast my spells when he's tapped out. Okay, this was really good. So, okay, this is unfortunate. But it's not a big deal because we have a winning board presence, and his card draw engine we just took away. I could have put a Womka engine on top, that would not have been horrible. Alright. Taps out, which I think is horrible. Let's see how much mana I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could resolve a Womka engine. No, I don't like Platinum Angel here. Platinum Angel is really bad against Disenchant, and doesn't really help us as much as Womka engine, I think. I would like to discard this to first because I think this card is not doing a lot compared to Womka engine. His only good out against Wurmka Engine is Path, and we have a Chalice on one, so he would need both Disenchant or Bounce on his Chalice plus Path. Yeah, but Wurmka Engine is just for way better card if we have a Chalice on one. Now he can Cryptic tap all. Well, he can try. Oh, I knew about this. Well, that was still well right play, right? Probably not. If I don't tap for Visconisant, well, if I don't tap for Visconisant, I can't first. Yeah, I guess I could first when he negates. Now we have to play with Chalice again. That's a thing. Because he has a Dispel on hand. That's a problem. We can't use the first. I would have liked to first this turn. Let's see what he's gonna choose first. No, probably not. Cryptic, okay. I shouldn't have tapped both towers. That doesn't make any sense. Should have tapped both power plants. It's interesting that he didn't go for a bounce here. I guess he only wanted to resolve a path. Probably lost the game. Because we can Mindslaver him here.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, it really helps us out. You can find us on Twitter at MagicGathStrat, Facebook /MagicGatheringStrat, or on the web, magicgatheringstrat.com. There you can find articles and free prize-supported leagues. This is all brought to you by our Patreons and cardhoarder.com. If you enjoyed this content, please consider supporting us at patreon.com/magicgatheringstrat.